With the Mothman Equinox event here until May 9th, for many players this is their first time taking part in ushering in the Wise One's arrival to Point Pleasant, and for some, understanding how some of these seasonal events work can be a tiny bit overwhelming. So in today's video we're going to be covering the Mothman Equinox event, how to get it started and give you a basic overview on how it works. And make sure to stick around until the end, as for you new players I have a little bonus feature to this event, if you enjoy the backstory and want to know more about the Wise One. So without any further ado, let's dive right on in. Now, in order to take part in the Mothman Equinox event, all you need to do is to head directly to Point Pleasant every hour on the hour once the event pops up. Once you arrive, and depending on what side of the town you spawn in, you need to make your way to the center of the town and speak with Interpreter Clarence. Once you've spoken with him, he'll begin to give you instructions on how to help usher in the Mothman's arrival. From here, you'll need to help Interpreter Clarence and the other enlightened followers to prepare for their ritual by completing 4 separate tasks. The first task will be to destroy the vines of containment surrounding each pyre, which are located at the waterside, the bridge, and finally the church. Once the vines have been destroyed, you'll then need to collect and deposit 15 vials of albino radstag blood into the blood troughs, which can be found on radstags, which will spawn around the town. You'll then be tasked with destroying 10 of the totems of warding, which can be found at multiple locations around the town. And don't worry, there are quite a number of these totems scattered around the town, so finding them should be easy enough. And finally, the last task will be to kill 6 cultist prophets, who will be located at several locations around the town, and can be found on top of rooftops and inside of buildings. And normally they will be wearing ghillie suits and equipped with radium rifles. Once you've completed the ritual preparations, Interpreter Clarence will task you with lighting each of the pyres, again located at the waterside, the bridge, and also the church. Once these are lit, Interpreter Clarence will warn you that there are heretics approaching the church, and from here you'll need to defend the church pyre from waves of hostile cultists. Once you've defended the church pyre, you'll then be tasked to move on to the bridge pyre, which is also being attacked by heretics, and similar to the church pyre, you'll need to defend this location from waves of cultists. And again, once you've defended the bridge, you'll then be tasked to move on to the waterside pyre, which, you guessed it, is being attacked by more heretics. From here, you'll need to make sure all 3 pyres are being defended, as once you arrive at the waterside pyre, both the bridge pyre and the church pyre will be attacked. So a good strategy to have when taking part in the Mothman Equinox event is to make sure you're going in with at least 3 to 4 people, so that each pyre can be successfully defended, as depending on how many pyres stay intact will depend on the drop chance of particular rewards you'll be rewarded with upon completion. And if you'd like to see an entire overview of each reward available, you can check out my Mothman Equinox event reward video by clicking on the link on the top right hand corner of the screen. And finally, once you've defended all 3 pyres, Interpreter Clarence will summon you to the top of the Mothman Museum, where you'll need to complete the easiest part of the event, which is to perform merriment by using emotes. Now don't worry, you'll have plenty of time to do this, but once you've successfully performed your merriment, the wise and beneficent Mothman will eventually arrive and will mark the completion of the event, and from here you can sit back and enjoy the various rewards bestowed upon you. Now, going back to what I mentioned a little bit earlier about a little bonus feature when it comes to the Mothman Equinox event, once you've completed your first event, and depending on many times you've completed the event, if you make your way back up to the Point Pleasant Church, and just adjacent to the church pyre, there will be 2 glass display cases containing sacred tomes of the enlightened. Each of these books contain a lengthy account of various members of the enlightened followers, and by repeatedly completing the Mothman Equinox event, each of these books will gradually be unlocked, so that you can read the accounts of each of the enlightened followers. In order to read each of the books, you'll need to have completed the Mothman Equinox event 21 times. That's right, 21 times before you can read every single entry, so if you're passionate about the lore of the Mothman, this is definitely something to work towards. But don't worry, considering the event is here until May 9th, and more than likely we'll probably get another bout of the Mothman Equinox closer to the end of the year, you'll have plenty of opportunities to gain access to each of these tomes. And with that, that's an entire overview and walkthrough of the Mothman Equinox event. Let me know below in the comments what you think about the Mothman Equinox and what rewards you're looking forward to getting. We'll have more videos on the way covering some of the best locations to find the high cultist priests, so you can claim some of those bonus Mothman Equinox themed rewards. So if you don't want to miss out and want to be kept up to date with everything Fallout related, consider clicking that subscribe button and turning on that bell notification button. And if you enjoyed today's video, consider dropping a like. And before we head on out, I want to say a big thank you to our channel members for your continued support and dedication to the channel, and of course to all of our subscribers who've helped the channel to grow. If you're also looking to pick up some Bethesda theme items over on the Bethesda store, you can use my creator code BTPilot pineapple044 to receive 20% off of your purchases at checkout. And if you'd like to support the channel a little bit more personally, consider checking out my merch store, which has an array of t-shirts, mugs, prints, and other pineapple themed merch, which I'll leave in a link in the description of this video. And lastly, to you, the viewer, the person who stumbled upon this video, thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed. Until next time, Vault Dwellers, stay safe out there in the wasteland. Welcome to Vault 93, and I'll catch you all in the next video.